All right, this is a video really for myself, but I think other people might find it valuable too. And it's this idea that you already have what you need to win inside of you. You just need to actually do it. So I know my problem. My problem is consistency. This is what I do. I find something interesting. I find this idea to start a clothing store, a YouTube channel, a podcast, a recruiting company, whatever it may be. I have these ideas constantly going through my mind. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creator. They come naturally. They come naturally to me. I want to do things, right? But the problem is I jump between so many different things. And I know that that's not what you're supposed to do. Like I have a friend who has three different businesses. I say, bro, pick one. Like it's too much. You're spreading yourself too thin. It's like you're just going way too thin. So I know that I need to, it's like the metaphor with the magnifying glass and the sunlight. I need to be concentrated. I need to be focused. I need to be all in on one thing. And now I'm actually doing that, right? I'm posting videos on YouTube every single day. I still haven't, defined a niche yet. Obviously, I'm still keeping that generalist side door open, but at least I have identified the problem and I'm addressing it every single day. I think what I was doing for so long was knowing my problem and knowing really what I wanted to be doing, knowing what the right thing was to do, was to post on YouTube. I know it. All I do is watch YouTube. All I do is think about ideas for interesting videos and wanting to film parts of my life, wanting to film my ideas, but I just wasn't doing it. I genuinely don't know why I wasn't doing it. I think it was because I was afraid to be judged by people. That's part of the reason. I mean, I don't have social media one, because I think it's a negative thing for my brain, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. But I also think that there's this fear of judgment from people. And so one of the aspects I wanted to talk about in this video, is this idea of fear and this idea of being judged by people. And then we can look to Ormozy. Ormozy says, think about the people that are judging you. Do you really care what they think? And are they even judging you? No, they're not even thinking about you. They're judging themselves. They're thinking about how you judge them. It's all in your head. And also, everyone's going to die. All of these people's opinions and judgments are really pretty meaningless. I mean, you have to have a reputation, but man, you're making most of this up in your head. So once I kind of figured out how to let go of that, I just went all in. I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that my problem is consistency. So I'm just gonna be consistent. I'm like the quality of the videos. Hopefully they're good, and I'm gonna work on that. But if I can just get the consistency thing right for an extended period of time, I can. I think I'm gonna grow, and I think it's gonna I think it's gonna happen. I also need to frame it like, making YouTube videos is like starting a startup. I listened to a podcast with one of the founders of Andreessen Horowitz. Mark said that building a startup is like getting punched in the face every day and learning to enjoy the taste of blood. I haven't even tasted blood yet, and I'm going. So like I need to at least taste blood and learn that process of falling and getting back up again. I've started and stopped so many things, and it genuinely like it disappoints me knowing that I could have been successful already if I had just drop shipping. Literally so many different things I've tried, but I just do for like 2 to 8 weeks. That's not enough time. You need to do things consistently, right? So it's this like weird kind of triangular position between fear of being judged by other people, knowing your problem, and then actually like addressing your problem. And all of that comes together in doing the thing that you already know you should be doing, right? I know I should be speaking. I know I should be writing. I'm a good speaker. I'm a good salesman. I like interacting with people. I know these things. So why was I not doing them? Well, fear of judgment. That's what we already talked about. So, and I have some quotes picked out here. I read all the time. I'm constantly trying to, kind of build my brain, make it sharper, build a more informed perspective of the world. So here, do we want to hear some quotes on fear? Let's look to The Alchemist, right? Has everyone read The Alchemist? I sure as hell hope so. It's a great book. There's only one thing that makes us there's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Boom, it says it right there. That's what I've been saying the whole time. All right, now on to another quote. This is from a great book called The Fountainhead. I hope everyone's read it. It's long, but listen to it on Audible. It's phenomenal. Katie, Why do they always teach us that it's easy and evil to do what we want, and that we need to discipline, and that we need discipline to restrain ourselves from doing what we want? It's the hardest thing in the world to do what we want. And it takes the greatest kind of courage. I mean, what we really want. As I wanted to marry you, not as I wanted to sleep with some woman or get drunk or get my name in the papers. Those things, they're not even desires. They're things people do to escape from desires because it's such a big responsibility to really want something. To really want something is to set a goal, to mark yourself to it. And there's that idea of public failure, right? Jordan Peterson talks about this. Without a goal, you can't fail, right? But without having a goal, you are damned to failure, right? And I'm preaching right now. I'm doing the whole, the whatever it's called, the Tony Robbins thing. But this is real. I need to say this for myself, and maybe other people need to hear this, right? One last quote. We'll talk to Carl Jung. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls, right? So my fear, I think, was, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about Hamza, and he's talking about finding the flow state, doing things that kind of take you out of your body where you're not thinking about other thoughts. Right now I have that, right? I'm completely dialed in on this. Obviously I'm thinking of a million different things, that but they're all aligned in this, right? So avoid facing your own soul. I think I was just scared. I was genuinely just scared of what people would think about me, and about going back on my promises, like with like social media, right? I've gone back and forth on it so many times, but I never like committed to it because I think I wasn't being authentic to myself. I kind of was just trying to comply with society and think this is the best way to market, right? And maybe it is. I still don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out. But that's all to say that I think that there was fear in putting content out there, in being the authentic version of myself. But the authentic version of yourself is the only one that can live up to your own highest ideals, right? Like my ideals of being enlightened, like, right? Can I say that that's an ideal of mine, to be enlightened? Also, how the hell do you know when you become enlightened? Like, can someone tell me? My ideas of becoming enlightened, it becoming a force of massive force of positivity in the world, of happiness, of making people laugh and helping people find meaning. That's what I want to be. I want to be the person that people are like, yes, I want to be around that guy. He makes me better, right? He makes me feel better, but he also makes me better, right? So I think going through this process of realizing what is holding you back, right? That's a personal journey. For me, it was failure. And I think it might be for you too. My thesis of this video is that you already know what you need to succeed. You just aren't doing it. You know exactly how to do it. You don't need to watch any more YouTube videos. You've watched enough Dan Co videos. You know exactly what you need to do. For me, I'm putting out content, right? I just need to put out content consistently, high quality stuff for like 6 months, right? And then I'll hit a few thousand subscribers or whatever. That's my idea, right? And then you can channel these people, channel you guys into a product that is actually beneficial, right? A school for long-term skills, how to journal, how to exercise, whatever, with Mike Thurston, it's swimsuits, whatever it may be. Channeling people, channeling attention, channeling you guys, channeling me into something that is actually valuable, and then converting that process, selling. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I should be doing, but I just wasn't doing it for the longest time. Why was I building a recruiting company? Like, I feel like that was just above my pay grade. I should have started something. I should have started this earlier, right? Like I've been posting on YouTube since like 2018, 2019. Been doing the podcast then, but I was just making it just for myself, right? I was just making podcasts so I could have interesting conversations, but I wasn't editing them. I wasn't making them engaging, and they were engaging to me. They were really good long form, informational, but it wasn't fitting. It wasn't clicking. And I did it for like 2 years, and I just kind of just kept doing the same thing. And finally, when I started making these YouTube videos in the last few days, like the last few weeks, and I've been actually getting some views, getting 600 views on a video, that actually feels good because I know that I created something that people are actually responding to. Like when you're just creating something in isolation, and or you're putting it out there, but it's just not getting any feedback, even if it's good, like, just why? Like, you have to iterate, you have to, not hack the algorithm, but you need to make something that people are excited about, right? And maybe the long form content that I was making just wasn't exciting enough. It wasn't the best medium for me to convey my information and ideas and the things I learned about. So I like these short form videos. They're still not crushing. Hopefully they will. I'm just going to keep making them, but at least I've identified this. The whole point of this video, I've identified the source of my what's blocking me from reaching my goals, right? It's this fear of being judged by other people and this lack of consistency. Now I've basically just fucking knocked out that fear of being judged by other people. Like, I just don't care. I'm just going to do this thing. I know it's what I'm meant to do. So I have to do this. I have to win. This is another idea. I just, one last point, Jesus, because this could go on forever and it probably still will. But I met a guy at a bar, right? And we're having a great conversation. Guy's a multimillionaire, right? So he claims to be. I think he was pretty top G guy. He was talking about having kids already when he was 23, 24, and that when he was starting he was broke. When he was starting business, it wasn't like that I need this, like this will work, like, oh, I want this to work. No, this needs to work. This needs to work. This has to work. I'm going to start. My kids are going to start. This has to work. Like, being all in on something like that is like the mindset that I want to operate everything with. This idea of getting punched in the face until you enjoy the taste of blood, I haven't even gotten there yet. I have so much more work to do, so much more consistent climbing to do before I even taste the blood. I feel like that, it hasn't even gotten to the point where I need to frame it as something that I have to do. This is just something I'm enjoying doing right now. And then when it comes to the point of, wanting to stop, which I hope it doesn't, because this is what I actually want to do. I think I quit so many of the things in the past because it wasn't what I actually wanted to do. I feel no desire to quit posting these videos and keep writing, because I know that this is actually what I want to do. I know that writing and speaking and marketing and selling are the evergreen skills. And I know that these are things that I actually could be good at. Like, I'm good at speaking. I know I'm good at speaking. I'm good at communicating. I'm also, pretty good at writing. I've written a book. At least I do a lot of it. I journal every single night, 1,000 words, right? And, selling is this idea of, bringing people from point A to point B, but it's creating an emotion in them. Like, I worked as basically a salesman on, the Skipper, the oldest running charter fishing boat in America, a wonderful establishment with great people. You should really come by. We'll catch fish. I'll fillet them up, and you'll have dinner for the night. Fresh fish, unthinkable in this world where there's, farmed salmon as being the most toxic fish in the world. No, we bring fresh fish right to your table, right? That's what we do. And so the salesman is naturally in me. I yell at people on the dock. I say, hey guys, you guys want to come fishing? And I get them to come fishing. I make them change their plans literally, like, out of the blue, just like because that's what I naturally want to do. So we've gone totally off script. We've gone totally in a million different directions. I hope this video was informative. For me, it just re-emphasized the idea of just be consistent and fuck whatever everyone else thinks. Just, if this is something you want to do, which it is, and you know what you want to do, you know what you need to be doing, you have to just do it. And you have to fall in love with the process of doing it. That's the whole point of the video. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. And hopefully by the next time, we're all doing the thing. After you click off this video, after I finish this video, go do the thing that you should be doing, right? Just go and do it, and just do it forever and fall in love with it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole secret, right? Let me know what you guys think. See you later.